Hope you're having a great day. Today I want to talk about cravings. We all battle with cravings. There could be many, many reasons why we crave sugar and junk all the time. Number one, because it's designed to be addictive. Common sense, vitamin C. It's designed to be addictive, so we buy more and more of it. Smart, deceptive marketing. We see these fancy ads, fancy packaging, all of that stuff is used to trick the mind. And once we start eating it, it's addiction. We remember the taste because of three ingredients: fats, the bad fats, because good fats are excellent for us. Bad fats, salt, and sugar. Companies spend millions and millions of dollars in getting that perfect taste. They're called neuroexciters that excite our brain, and that's why we can remember how junk food tastes. It's addictive. For children, for adults, doesn't matter. That's one reason why we crave it. The more we eat it, the more we will crave it. Now, what are the other reasons why we crave? We do fad diets that deprive us of key micronutrients. You need to understand the human body is way more intelligent than all of your influencers on social media, most scientists, most doctors, most nutritionists. We're at this level of advancement, but the human body is far more evolved. Okay, it needs nutrients for several functions at a cellular level. At a cellular level, I'm talking about trillions of cells. Okay, these cells require nutrients, not what people tell you they think you need. It's what the human body needs. And this can differ from person to person, place to place. The nutrients required at a cellular level for people living in Africa will be different from those living in a cold country, from those living in a tropical country, and that's why cultures and diets are different across the world. So no one can preach to you and put you into a box as to what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Trillions of cells need nutrients. If I eat a meal right now, and my brain and my body cannot find the nutrients it requires for survival, it's going to make me hungry in hope that I will find food, eat it, and it'll get those nutrients. I eat my second meal. It still doesn't get the nutrients. It's going to go on searching until it gets the nutrients because your body only cares about survival. It's the job of the human body, survival. Nothing else matters. It doesn't care about your six-pack, doesn't care about your size 0 figure, doesn't care about what fancy supplements and nutraceuticals you're being sold. It doesn't care about any of this. So it will keep creating hunger until it gets what it needs. It's like you're in a relationship, okay? Everything's fancy on the outside, but your sole need of receiving love and appreciation isn't found. Your heart is going to keep on searching. It's going to keep on searching. Whether you actually put that search into action or it becomes a search in your mind, building a bigger and bigger void, it will keep searching for what it needs. The heart, the mind, trillions of cells in the human body. So now junk food, as you know, is devoid of nutrition. So every time you eat junk food, number one, it's addictive. Number two, you have a bigger problem. You're going to keep on getting hungry because your brain and your cells are searching for nutrients that they need. That's number one. When you understand this, you will understand the importance of having nutrient-dense meals. If I eat a nutrient-dense lunch, my body shouldn't be hungry for more than 4.5 hours, sometimes maybe 3.5, depending on people's physical activity and everything else. Because my body got everything it needed from that lunch. Okay, it'll use it until it needs more, and then it will create a signal or a sign of hunger. Fad diets for quick weight loss, fad diets for longevity, fad diets to reverse diabetes, fad diets for thyroid, cancer, all of that leaves most people feeling more and more deprived at a cellular level, and that's why they struggle with cravings. If you're on a healthy diet, you should never struggle from chronic cravings. Of course, it's a human mind. Sometimes my mind is built, that whole routine of when you watch a movie, have something to eat. I can do that as long as I'm not watching movies every day and eating something bad every day. But if I'm going to go to a movie hall once in a month and enjoy a popcorn or something, absolutely fine. I'm not talking about those cravings. I'm talking about everyday cravings that we struggle with. Number two, you have a hormonal imbalance, you will have cravings. Your cortisol levels are too high, you will have cravings. Your cortisol levels too high, it'll suppress TSH. That's your thyroid stimulating hormone that can make you feel more hungry. For some people, it can work the opposite. It can make you lose your appetite. But our hormones affect us, which is why women, when they're going through their period cycle, some of them have certain cravings because through their flow, they lose iron, they lose magnesium, and now the body craves for certain foods to replenish that. So your stress, your hormones, all of these are also linked with your cravings. 3, your emotional health. If you're feeling sad and low, the brain will crave for foods that can give it instant energy. It's not going to be apples, oranges, and nuts. It's going to be junk food. So sometimes we eat our emotions when we're bored, when we're sad, when we're mindless, when we're feeling negative, angry. We will have these cravings that we go through. Number 4, if you keep junk food at home, the human mind knows it's there. It's going to play on your mind. I'll give you my personal example. I believe I have pretty much good self-control, a great lifestyle, but if there is some junk in my cupboard or in my fridge, I cannot sleep at night until it's out of my house, and the only way it's out of my house is by going into my system. I will wake up, I will finish the bag of chips, I will finish the ice cream, I just want it out. I can throw it out too, but I eat it. That's my weakness. But if it's not in my home, I don't crave it. I don't crave it at all. So it's environment. You have toxic people in your environment, what are you going to feel? Toxic. You have junk food in your environment, what are you going to feel like? Eating it. Some people are very disciplined and they won't touch it. But if you're not that person like me, my mind is going to crave for what is at home. So keep junk out of your home. And when you really want to have it, go outside and have it. Make that effort to go outside and have it. But if it's there, the human mind is going to lean towards that. And now you're going to struggle, you're going to use willpower, you're going to feel, you're going to fail, and you're going to feel bad about yourself. It's a vicious cycle. So keep junk out of your house. If junk is at home, your kids are obviously going to be gravitating towards that. They are obviously going to do that. You can't use discipline and say, don't do it, don't touch the cupboard, don't touch the larder, don't touch the pantry that has all of that stuff. It's literally, it's there. They're going to find ways. How many of us as kids, our moms hid all of this stuff, but we found ways to find it and eat it. It's as simple as that. We want to stay real in all of our videos and conversations. Okay, everyone preaches about discipline, consistency, all of that stuff. It is difficult, but it's not impossible. The point is, understand from where your root cause of cravings come. That's the first step. Awareness. Awareness and then action. Awareness to action. Just being aware and not taking action is not good. And just taking action without awareness is also not good. Most people struggle with their health goals because of these small things. Not because they lack complication. It's because they lack simplicity. So this is all about craving. Sometimes certain medications can make you crave. So you always want to check with your doctors the side effects of medications. Will it make me hungry? Will it make me crave? Certain steroids will make you very hungry and it'll make you crave different foods. So it's always good to know about these things. If you're constantly sad and stressed out, you're going to crave junk. If you surround yourself with friends and people who only entertain and find fun over junk food and all of that, you're going to become like that. You're going to eventually eat like that. I'm not saying don't have friends, but you need to understand that the friends we choose, the communities we choose, the societies that we choose to spend most of our time in has a direct impact on our decisions when it comes to food and all of that stuff. Now everyone will say, oh, look at teenagers. Don't put teenagers in a box. All teenagers aren't bad. All teenagers are not indisciplined. There are teenagers who are succeeding with their health goals and with academics. And there are teenagers who don't. It's a choice. It's their company. It's the people they keep. It's the parenting they get. It's the relationship they have between their parents. It's the environment they live in. You can't say all teenagers are bad. You can't say all. It's so easy for people to blame everyone. Oh, Luke, I'm a pilot. You know, we have such tough jobs. Oh, Luke, I'm an air hostess. We have tough jobs. My question to them is, are all pilots unhealthy? No. Some are, some are not, which means it's a choice. You have the ability. I can understand if all pilots are sick and unhealthy, yes, there's a problem with the industry. If all soldiers in the army are sick and unhealthy, there's a problem there. If everyone in a corporate environment is sick and unhealthy, it's a problem with the corporate. But it's not the truth. Everyone isn't. Some are and some aren't. So it's the choice that we make. Now that you understand cravings, it is so important for us to look back. There are trigger points Sometimes I know certain people who can trigger off a craving in me because they're negative, they're toxic, but now I'm aware that when I meet these people today, I'm not going to get that bag of chips. It's just them. Separate it. And sometimes you're just happy, you're in a place, whatever, you want to have a bag of chips, go ahead and have it. Give in to your cravings. Don't be part of these extreme groups who say no sugar, no this, no that. Most of them are very unhappy. Most of them are unhappy and angry people, and that's why you'll see their attitudes are very, very rigid, very angry, because a lot of it comes from a psychological deprivation. They don't get recognized in society, so they want to be part of extreme groups where their extreme group gives them that recognition and identity. Be careful of that. Be careful of that. What you want to do is, when you want to give into a craving, give into a craving, but are you getting back on track? With your exercise, with your sleep, with your emotional wellness, with your food? No way is that going to kill you. You can speak to any long-living person and you will find balance in their lifestyle, not extremities. You will not find that in the longest living people, in the blue zones. There is discipline. There are ways of living, but they're not extreme. We don't need extreme for longevity. We don't need extreme for weight loss and fat loss. We don't need extremes. Now, of course, there's a disclaimer. You're a cancer patient and you want to smoke, that's a problem. Okay, you're diabetic and you want to eat sugar all the time, that's a problem. Use a little bit of vitamin C, that's common sense. We're not going there. For everyone else, the happiest and healthiest people in the world live in balance, not in extremes. And a lot of people in extremes like to hold on to their identity and hold on and psychologically they're deprived. And then all of a sudden they come out of the extreme because they can't handle it anymore. Anyway, we're not here to judge anyone. If an extreme works for you, please do it, but do it the right way. It shouldn't leave you feeling psychologically deprived, unhappy. We start to become bitchy, frustrated, angry, and all of that stuff. It should make you happy, right? The choices that you make in life for your health should make you happy. It's as simple as that. Now that you understand about cravings, introspect in your life and see how you can reduce them with all of these tips. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you.